cake, because that's what the 2000s are calling us, by the way, in case you missed it. Apparently, if you're born before the year, from 1999 downwards.
Before the year 2000.
Yes.
If it starts with 1 at the beginning of your year.
If it starts with 19...
Yeah.
Yes, then you are a 1K is what they're calling us. And us 1Ks would remember a time where there was no social media. So you are your parents' entertainment. So if, for example, you have or they have guests come over, they'll say, okay, Thando, asculele, which means Thando, perform for us now. Msizi, you're smiling way too much.
I've got so much PTSD when it comes to this subject.
What were you singing?
Oh, my goodness. We had a lot of foreigners come visit us.
Okay.
And then my mom would parade me and my siblings out in our traditional outfits.
No.
And we have to get on the floor and we'd do, Kaya ma belebo, kaya ma belegazo. And then she would tell us, like, make sure you kick high for the Zulu kick dancing part.
Yes.
Of it. Make sure you kick high.
Because they're experiencing Africa through you.
Absolutely. We were the first look of what Zulus look like, I guess, to these Swedish people that would come visit us. And we'd be singing the most ridiculous songs.
So did you just have like stashes of Ipeshu in your house?
Multiple. And my sisters, we were called Zulu Breeze.
You had a name?
We had a name. And my mom would always, after dinner, as soon as dinner was done, okay, guys, you ready, eh? There they come. There's come Zulu Breeze.
Were you paid for this service?
That's probably where my allowance came from, if I'm being honest. It's for performing for people.
We're going to talk about how parents used us to perform for them. And we liked it because we didn't know any better, right? Also, we were bored as well.
Exactly.
Because there was, like I said, no social media.
Yep.
So if you were like, I don't know, at your grandmother's house or with your cousins, all you do is gather around and create some form of dances. We'll talk about it just after 4.
We enjoyed it as children because we had nothing else to do besides play with our cousins and siblings. When now, in hindsight, you're like, I think that was like child labor.
It was child labor because ordinarily you pay to go into a theater.
Absolutely.
So
I look now at what I charge. Yeah. What I charge to go perform.
Imagine. You'd be rich. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even need to be here. I remember my cousin Thobeka, she was a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
And she became like, I guess she became the leader of the
Your
group.
Beyonce.
The Beyonce. In fact, she called us Thobeka's Beats.
Stop it.
So, and the main song was Time for Thobeka's Beats. Time for Thobeka's Beats. We jump around, we spin around.
No.
Time for Thobeka's Beats. And there was a whole dance routine with it as well.
And you have to perform it for all the adults.
Yes, so you perform it for all the adults. Of course, this was one. And then sometimes they'd make you model. All the black girls will know what I'm talking about. Like randomly, if you went shopping. If like you went shopping, then they give you the clothes. I'll smart lele. And then now that you are now modeling this brand new, collection of clothes that your parents just bought you. I think that was for them, actually.
Absolutely.
Because they're like, I did that.
Yeah, it was that. And I also think it was a way to them to keep us busy.
I guess.
You know, they're like, okay, just go do this thing quickly. Go do this thing.
Here's some voice notes.
So I'm old enough to remember just in about 94, 95 when I started primary school. And my parents took me to a former Model C school, as they were. And my parents would call me to speak English as entertainment to my uncles. So I would come there, start speaking random words in English, and my uncles would find it fascinating. The fact that now, yes, this little kid could speak English.
Yeah, I remember I had to read. So like, because then if you like read well, then you stand by Thando, ausfundele. And then Thando stands up and then she reads.
What would you read?
The Watchtower.
And that was just to prove that you were well educated.
Yes, that I went to school and we spoke English and I could, speak English and speak it well. Yeah. This is where we come from. What performances are you putting up for your parents as a little one, or looking back as an adult now? What weird, bizarre things did your parents make you do? And it's also to show off, to say this is what my child can do. Look at my child.
With that being said, I'm that parent now, right?
Oh.
I'm very quick to do that with my son, who's not even 2 years old.
What is he? Oh, you're making him play golf.
Exactly. So every time he picks up the golf clubs and he swings, I record it. And not only do I put it on Instagram, I'm sending it all to all my golf mates. I send it to sponsors. My sponsors, I send it to them.
Do you know they don't care?
I know.
They literally don't care.
Some of them just watch and never reply.
I'm sure, because they're like, why is he showing us his child? They can barely hold this fake golf
I even
club.
said to one of my sponsors the other day, I said, how soon till we can get him a golf sponsorship?
Imagine.
They said, it's going to be a long time.
Kitu Metsi, you were entertaining your parents.
Hello, Thando and the team. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I was at church. Imagine. I'm 35 years now, so imagine Sunday school.
Yeah.
And I've been called a coconut all my life because Sutu is not my
not your thing.
Point. Yeah.
It's not your vibe.
Yeah, so imagine Sunday school. I was far west. So far west, every time, United Reformed Church, we get when we give out things, and then it would be like a different congregation. Like, okay, we're calling the parents, the kids, Sunday school, and so on and so on. Every time, but at the end, we have to give thanks. Somebody has to come and pray and say thank you. And if you call a mother, they will pray that in Our Father in Sotho and all of that.
Wow,
so
Our Father in Sotho, the whole Our Father in Sotho. Wow, okay.
The whole of it. So every time when my sister was her congregation taking in the money, she would call me just so I show off, because I didn't know it in Sotho. I would say it in English. And then when she gets up there, she was like, yeah, that's my little sister. Yeah. So one day, when I decided, you know what, I'm going to learn this. And I learned it in Sotho. She called me and I said it in Sotho, and that was the end of her calling me.
Did you not butcher it though, Gitumese?
No, I didn't. But just a little bit, I think. But no, I made sure that I knew it until.
Yes.
And she was so pissed off and like, why are you doing that? I'm like, I'm done being your puppet. Like, I'm really done. Because for us, it's literally embarrassing, because you like, everybody knows this thing.
Yes.
Something in Sotho or something in this, and you don't know how to do it because you feel like left out. That's what I'm saying. I've been called a coconut all my life.
Did you speak Sotho in at home at least, Gitumese, or did you just speak
English? At home I did. But it was not like
great
50% of the time. Yeah, it was like
broken Sotho.
Yeah, but it was a mixture of it. To a point, Thando, I stay in Sebokeng. There's a street called Mushweshwe. The first time I saw that, Mushweshwe, it's called M.A. Shushu.
Hey,
like
Mishushu.
Yes, I literally said that. I literally said, "Man, what is this street saying Mushushu?" And everybody laughed. Like, because I did not know Sotho. And people be like, why don't you know Sotho? You speak Sotho at home. Like, I don't. We actually don't speak Sotho.
And do you have kids now, Gitumese?
I have one daughter.
And does she? What language does she? Yeah, I was about to ask. So she just speaks English. And you know what? It's actually not our generation's fault. It's the generation before, right? In the same way that the previous voice note said they would call him to come say random words in English.
Yeah.
It was like almost glorified if you could speak English.
Yeah, especially once you went to like one of those X-Model C
Correct.
schools.
And then all you spoke was English. So naturally, then you start losing your own home language.
Absolutely.
And now we're in a generation where our generation is trying to teach their kids vernac, but themselves cannot even speak it.
947 Drive with Thando.
This is 947.